Hi guys, Ember here. Welcome to episode 5 of my Minecraft Bedrock Survival Let's Play. We're standing up above the village here. This is the village at spawn that I mentioned in episode 1 or 2. So we're here today because I'm going to show you the village and how I set it up, and we have another change to make in our village. So you can see below that the village is secured. The way that I secure a village is I build a 2 to 3 block high wall all the way around the village. Make sure that you don't leave diagonals because zombies can attack through diagonally linked blocks. And once I have that wall established and make sure that there's nowhere for anything to get into the village or for villagers to get out of the village, I make sure the village is well lit so there are no spawnable spots within the village. And you can see that's what we've accomplished below. Easiest way to test that is, of course, to just go through the night once you think you have it ready and watch for any zombies and light up whatever you missed. But this village has been established from the beginning, so I know it's secure. Today, though, we're here for another reason. In our last episode, we moved a couple of our villagers out of this area and moved them over to the iron farm. When we did that, we created a farming center at our iron farm. But we had created a farming center at this village as well, so it's time to change that. So most of you know that the only way that you can kill a villager, or the most common way that people know, I should say, to kill a villager without invoking the wrath of the iron golems is to set them on fire with a flint and steel or a bucket of lava. And I want to show you that there is another way to do it. So what we're going to do is use our bow. Now when I first used the bow to kill off the farmers, the iron golem that are here, we have 4 inside the village and a couple outside the village. The 4 that are inside the village are going to try to attack me, and that's why I am pillared up by 8 or so here to make sure that they can't reach me. So I can either go ahead and kill off the villagers first, or I can kill the iron golem. So I wait until they're sleeping, and I just hit them with one shot. I'm killing off all of the farmers in the village. Whoops, just hit a librarian by accident. Not a big deal. Okay, so that is all of the farmers in this area. That's a fisherman there. We might have a couple farmers left over there. So as you can see, in this case, the iron golem hasn't even noted that I've killed the villagers, and he is not coming after me. So if I pillared down right now, the iron golem would not be trying to attack me. Let's go ahead and show you. Sometimes he does. And if he does, then I just take out the iron golems that are currently here, and the next wave that spawns would not be trying to attack me. So you can see he's just ignoring me. So again, it's a simpler way to take out the villagers rather than trying to chase them around with the flint and steel. So the reason I did that is I've already removed all of the workstations, the composters that were in this village. I had 16 composters set up because the farming is what I always start my village with. The reason for that is it's the easiest thing to use for XP. I always start with the farmers in the village and use that to mend any of my weapons. So since they haven't tried to hurt us, we've got a couple farmers over here to take care of. So let's go ahead and pillar up and do that. And you can see I came up a little bit higher than I came up 13. And this is just kind of testing a theory that maybe if I'm far above, further above, that's why they're not noticing me, is killing off these villagers. And oops, Again, another librarian, or whatever he was, but not a big deal. Villagers are so easy to level once you have the system in place. I don't worry about it too much. Okay. So that, we've got one more farmer there, and I believe that is all of our farmers in this village. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and chance it here and see if these iron golems are truly not looking for me again. And there you go. They're not trying to attack me at all. So now what we've done is I've cleared enough. These villagers won't recognize that there was an issue either, so they will just immediately start breeding when they wake up. So I'm going to go ahead and sleep and let the villagers wake up and start breeding up new villagers for me. So the villagers are awake, and you can see all the hearts floating everywhere because they're not registering that anybody was killed, but they are registering that they have empty beds to fill. So as you know, it takes a couple days in-game, so I think it's 25 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that, for the villagers to grow up. So we're going to go ahead and wait for a little bit and come back once these villagers are grown up. While I was waiting for our villagers to grow up, I went ahead and placed down the workstation for the stonecutters. Or the stonemasons, rather. I placed down the stonecutters so that as the babies grew up, they would go ahead and link to these workstations. Now you'll notice that I tend to group my like workstations together. I have my stonemasons here, I have the toolsmiths there, we have some librarians that way, armor stands, fishermen. I group them all in one area, that way when I'm trying to trade I can just go to a specific area in the village. So now we're ready to see what terracotta trades these villagers are offering. Okay, so this one is brown. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this one. Just going to buy one. So I just mark them by putting their block at the end of their bed, so I know what trade they're offering. We're looking for the light gray or the light blue for our house. And there we go, we got one. Of course, be careful not to hit an iron golem when you're doing this. White terracotta as well. The downside to the stonemasons is you get more brick than you'll ever need. So the reason that we needed all of that terracotta and why I went with stonemasons next was to get the rest of the terracotta so we could finish the frame of our house. So I did design this. I haven't laid out this part in creative, so I'm not sure how it's going to look. I just designed it on paper. So we're just going to go ahead and build the frame rather than putting everything in, so I can see if I like the way that this looks. I'm already having misgivings about this. I know for sure that I want the dark oak as the pillar pieces in the corner, and I do want stone brought in near the top or at the roof level to carry the same color scheme through the house, but I'm already feeling like this is going to overshadow that first part of the house that I built, and I really like that part of the house, so I might change this design. Now that we have this frame in, let's go ahead and take a look from the front and see what this looks like. Yeah, I am not liking this at all. So I think we're gonna tear this down and design something else. So it's a couple days later. I've been working on the house, and I just went in a completely different direction. I finished up the frame of the house here. So I think this is going to be the house complete, unless I change my mind. As far as the size and structure of the house, I have a lot more detail work to do here. I don't know how you guys do your building in Minecraft, but I try to give it as much depth as I can so it doesn't just look like a box. But this is still a little boxy for my taste, so we'll probably do a little bit more detail work on this. Let me show you the other things that we've got done around here. So I haven't shown you this yet. I'll probably do a tutorial on it, but this is my pumpkin melon farm. And we're going to grab some melons here to go repair our tools that I was using. Try to keep those repair as much as I can, which is why I put the farmers in the iron farm over here. That's my wool farm, which I'll also be doing a tutorial on. So we're going to go ahead to the center here. Come on up. This pickaxe repaired first here. Alright, so the other thing that I got done here is I astroturfed the area, which is why I already built the wool farm rather than waiting until I was ready to do the tutorial. And the way that I do this is I space my torches a little bit closer together. So I do like every 5 spaces under this carpet is a torch, so the area is well lit. So now I don't have to worry about being out here at night. Not that I worry about it, but I don't have things spawning at night anymore in this area. And the main reason I did this wasn't even so much for the hostile mobs, is that I was getting way too many passive mobs spawning as I was starting to clear more and more area. So I needed to get that under control so that I wouldn't be bumping up against my mob cap every time I loaded this area. So we will be putting in more all the way up to wherever our house area is going to end. So that's about it. The other thing that we're working on now is clearing an area over here for our next farm, which is going to be our gold farm. I need to get that put in because all of these tutorials and farms that I'm building, you've noticed I use a lot of rail. So I need some more gold to make more powered rail. So that's all the time that we have for this episode. In the next episode, we'll be building our gold farm. I hope you enjoyed keeping things simple with me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.